Hello and welcome back. Now, for this video, I'm going to show you guys how I quickly find resources for gaining knowledge fast. Now, first of all, a quick recap on the previous episodes. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tom, and I'm the host here at Language of Kings, and I'm here to teach you guys, or I'm here to share with you some of the ways that I find knowledge fast, quickly. Now, a quick recap. Here's the journey thus far. And so we started off with teaching you guys about what an expert business is, the types of expert businesses, why you need to start an expert businesses, the kind of advantage that you get when starting an expert business. And then we moved on and I shared with you guys how you can pick an interest area or, a subject area category that you're even remotely interested in. I shared some of the questions that I used to come up with my own interest area. I showed you how to narrow down on the interest area of your choice that is going to be most suited for. And then we talked about how you need to be committed to that specific interest area and then at least study it or develop yourself in that area for the next 3 to 5 years. And from then on, we talked about how you need to be we talked about the expert equation and some of the things that you require to become an expert. And so we talked about that. We also mentioned how you always need to be learning. You always need to develop yourself in terms of knowledge and the body of knowledge that you have or that you have acquired. And you need to always be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the people you're going to serve, the people you've been called to serve, the people who are going to be where you are right now before you go where you want to become. And then we talked about how you can acquire knowledge and the role of knowledge and why. The last thing we talked about was always to be learning. And now for this, that's a pretty nice summary of the journey thus far, and I'm glad that you guys have made it this far. If you have made it this far, I want you guys to give yourself a big handy clap, pat yourself on the back, because most people usually give up before they even continue. And so congratulations for actually making it this far. And even congratulations to myself, because I'm going to be honest, this is the longest that I've actually done something like this. I've made the decision a lot of the times to do this, but I've actually never fully committed to it. So I also I'll clap for myself because I've done something good. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. Progress, not perfection. Now, so for today's episode, we're talking about some of the resources, how to acquire resources for gaining knowledge fast. Okay. Now, in the last episode, I compared how getting knowledge is like going for a degree or for like a 3-year or 4-year program. However, we don't have time to go to school for 3 or 4 years before we even start anything, because you see, the problem with the degree is you first of all finish the degree and then you get a job when you're satisfied, when you have that certificate. But right now, we don't have the time for that one. So we're going to do it as we do. We're going to play it by ear. And so now most of you guys are probably feeling like giving up right now. There's a lot that you need to learn. And I know that feeling of being overwhelmed with so much knowledge to acquire. You need to know this, you need to know that. And, these gurus are always there telling you need to buy this course, you need to learn this attack, you need to learn this technique, this trick, this tip, this book, you need to buy this book, you need to learn this, you need to watch this video, you need to spend 10,000 hours and all of the nonsense before you can become an expert. But that's not how we do it here. Here we're going to do it one day at a time. As long as you make a little progress each and every single day, you're going to be better. Remember, it only takes you to, if you strive to improve yourself by 1% each and every single day, by the end of the year, you're going to be 36. I think it was 36, between 30 and 36% better. I think that was in the book of James Clear, Atomic Habits. But however, we're going to talk about that one later on. But for now, that's the goal. I want you to spend about 10-20 minutes each and every single day, maybe listening to this episode, maybe learning something, and then actually doing, just follow along, because the time you're going to actually, it's very close before I'm going to require you guys to actually start participating. And that means creating your own YouTube channel or your own blog or whatever it is. So right now, I just want you to understand, because you see, one of the things that I learned when it comes to starting an online business, even starting anything, a lot of the times, the biggest inhibitor or the biggest obstruction or obstacle when it comes to actually doing something that is for your own good is because of a lack of understanding. And so my goal here is to be able to dispense or to give you that understanding. That way you can make the necessary choices that you need, and it can get you to actually make the move that you need to improve your life and change it for the better. And so that is my job here. And so right now, I just want you guys to follow along so that you can learn how I'm doing this. And if you can practice as we're doing this, take a dummy niche, pick a dummy interest area. It doesn't matter. Even if you're doing woodworking, you have no interest in woodworking, just pick it and just explore it. At least you will learn what to do. And when it comes for you to actually start doing it, you're able to pick up the pace much faster. And so that's what I'm encouraging for you guys to do. Just follow along and do it. You don't need to publish anything for now, but when time comes for you to publish, we can get to that time for you begin to publish. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you guys how to find resources for gaining knowledge quickly. Now, one of the first ways that you do this is you need to find the head honchos in your niche or in your interest area. Who are the big fish? Who are the who are the what is that word for it? Who are the head honchos, the big fish? The people who actually say something and people do it. The ones who say jump and then people ask how high. I want you to identify those people in your niches, because in every industry there are those people. I want you to identify at least 12 people. Now, why the number 12? Well, why not 12? Most people do 5 to 10 or 6 or 7 or 8. I think Cheaper by the Dozen is a very good movie, so why not 12? So I want you to pick about 12 people, 12 industry people that you're going to follow. Now, if you already have a social media page, I'm sure right now it's probably filled with junk. And so right now I want you to create a new one if you can. And if you can't, just clear up the old one. Just stop following people, unfriend as many people as you can. Even you not talk to somebody in the past 3 months, just unfollow them. Honestly, they're not adding any value in your life, and they're just clogging up the space where you can have friends. Because remember, in things like Facebook, you have a limited number of friends that you can have. So just start unfollowing all these people. Now, I want you to go to your page right now. Once you do that one, once you do that, I want you to start unfollowing these people, and then I want you to identify at least a dozen people who are the head honchos in your niche, the gurus in your niche, those people who have millions of followers and whatnot. I want you to identify these people, at least 12 of them. I want you to begin to follow them, each and every single one of them. Find them on social media, whatever platform that you currently use, whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever it is. I want you to find them and I want you to follow them there immediately, ASAP, as soon as yesterday. And now once you've done that, I want you to dig even deeper right now. Now, once you find this stuff, I want you to dig deeper into each and one of their channels, each and every one of their pages, and each and every one of their URLs. And I want you to find the people that they are following who are also having a huge following. All right. And so the 12 people that you follow, find another 12 people that they are following. So you should have 12 by 12, that is 144. And so, so you need to find at least, you're following at least for starters 144 people on your pages right now, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is right now. That is because the goal here is going to fill your feed, to fill your feed, your social media feed with the content that these people are putting out, with the information that these people are putting out, because these people drop gems of gold that they've acquired over the years. And other times you find they can summarize 10 years of their life in just like one paragraph or 2 paragraphs, and you can be able to acquire a lot of knowledge quickly from that area. And so that is one of the first ways that you can quickly acquire knowledge. The second way you can do this is, now once you begin, so the first way was to find the head honchos in your niche. The second way is to follow the people, the first way is to find them and to follow them. The second way is to find the people they are following on social media and follow 12 of them. So each of you, so the influencers that you find or the top people that you find, follow 12 of them. So you should have, by now, you should have 144 people you're following. Number 3, the third step is to, now the 12 people that you find, that you initially followed, I want you to go and find out their books. Go and search on Amazon, search on Google, find out the books that this person has written. If you're a follower of somebody like Tony Robbins, for instance, find the books that he's written. If you're a follower of TD Jakes, find the books he's written. If you're a follower of Joel Aston, find the books that they have written. If you're a follower of Robert Kiyosaki, find the books that they've written. If you're a follower of Robert Greene, find the books that they've written. If you're a follower of Martha Stewart or Elon Musk or all these other people, whatever it is that they follow, whatever it is that you consider as influencers in the space that you want to join in, even though you may not know exactly what it is you're going to do, I want you to find them and I want you to follow them. Find their books. And once you find their books, here's the thing: buy them. All right, I want you to buy each and every single one of their books. But before you buy them, make sure you go through the book. I think Amazon allows you to actually preview the book before you actually buy it. And even Google Books allows you to actually get a snapshot of the books before you buy it. And so I want you to go and look through it over. And if you think it can help you in your niche, get that book. If you cannot get it, if you don't have the money to afford it right now, be creative about it and make sure whatever way you choose to find it. I'm not suggesting that you go and find like a free PDF or something like that, but should you do that one, I recommend that later on you have to be sure to actually buy the book, to actually say thank you for the person for the work that they've done. And you're just paying it forward, right? So like when you actually publish your own book, we don't just rip you off just like that. And so once you find the books that they've written, buy them. Now, one thing about Amazon, I highly recommend going on Amazon and Google Books. One thing that I love about Amazon is when you find the book, if you scroll down, you usually find related books. And you usually find like a ton of other books out there that Amazon recommends that are related to the topic or the book that you actually found about this author. And so those are actually an excellent area for you to build up a quick base of knowledge. And so if you found a book by Tony Robbins on Amazon, so good, you find the link, you go for it. As you buy it, just scroll to the bottom there, you find the related books, get at least like 5 or 6, or even a dozen. Why not? If you can afford it, why not? Or just note them down somewhere. They're going to be on your reading list, you're going to buy in the future as you get money, but just note them down and do that. So for the 12 people that you initially followed, find their books. Once you found their books, get them. Once you've gotten their books, look at the related people, look at the related books that are under their books, get like 5 or 6 of them. Once you've gotten those ones, find the other 100 and what's the number exactly now? 132 people that you followed, I guess, and then find their books as well. If they have books, find their related books as well. By now, you should have a ton of books that you can read, and don't even add any more books to this list unless you find something interesting that you like later on that you can add to your reading list. But for now, you have a solid knowledge, like a stock of knowledge or a book of, or like you have a library or a bookshelf of information or books that you can turn to for knowledge in every area. And so regardless of what niche you've chosen, you should have at least found anywhere from from the initial 12 books, you multiply that by 5 to maybe 72, and for the next 132 people, and then you should have found at least 200, 300 books, so to speak. Are you going to read all of them? No, not exactly all of them at one go. No, but they're going to keep you busy enough for the next 3 to 5 years. And here's the thing, a lot of the books you're going to find are not exactly going to be useful to you. Some of them you're going to have to kick them out, but as you continue to go through them, you're able to find out which ones you have to keep, which ones you cannot keep. And even then, you won't download or you won't buy all the books, because remember, you have to first of all go through the books, preview the books first of all on Amazon, preview the books on Google Books, get a snapshot, read the forward, read the story in the back, and finally if it's applicable to you or if it will help you in any way. And once you've done that one, you can identify, you're able to narrow down at least to several books that you can use, maybe 100 books or so. And so once you found these books, the next thing is you need to do is join the groups that these people are in. Most of these influencers have groups where they're in charge of their own groups that they've built up over the years. And so join those groups, each and every single one of them. Join as many groups as you can that these influencers have, and then from then on, just search for their reading list, the books they're currently reading, or the books that people are asking for them. Because a lot of the times when you want to master skill, they usually ask, what books should I read, or what topics, what resources should I find to help me become this, or become a better fitness trainer, become a better cook, or become a better health professional, become whatever it is that you're trying to do right now, or become a better salesman, whatever it is. Whatever niche it is, they have a group, and in that group, they teach people how to do the thing that has made them the people they are. And so I want you to go and join those groups and start asking those questions. If they're not already there, just ask those questions, and you probably get a list of books that you can recommendations of lists that you can use, and you begin studying these books. The next thing is, I want you to go to these people's, I want you to visit their websites, their blogs, their social media pages, their handles, their channels on YouTube, their podcasts on iTunes, and subscribe every single place. Now, this should be part of the following part that you have. But in case you haven't done it already, or sometimes like YouTube, you cannot follow, but you have to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to them. That way you get daily or weekly or however often they publish their newsletters. You're able to get access to their newsletters each and every single day, where they share a lot of valuable information and insights and knowledge about the topic area that you have chosen. And so this is one other way for you to quickly build up the level of knowledge or the body of knowledge that you needed for you to start becoming an expert in your niche. Another way you can do this is you can use search engines like Google or Bing or Yahoo or all these other or Bindex, I think, something like that, or Yandex or something like that, and Baidu or Yandex and something like that. And so the next thing you should do is just search in your niche. So if you're doing fitness and maybe you're interested in becoming, I don't know, maybe you're interested in one area of fitness like getting abs, just Google how to get abs, and then look at the website that are going to come up there. Look at the website that come up there, the main blogs that come up there. Find at least a dozen each. Record them down, visit them. If you ever subscribe to them, subscribe to them. So you're going to probably need to come up with a new email address for acquiring this information. That way you would clog your own email address, but subscribe to each and every single one of them. The idea here is for you to get familiarity with the knowledge the industry, but we're already discussing the topic area that you're going to become a part of. That way, it's going to be quickly for you to be able to find out exactly where you want to be, exactly the problems that people are going through, and even help you be able to establish yourself in that niche. And so you can use search engines like Google. Just do a quick search of your interest area. If you're in fitness, just do like quick search of fitness, and then you look at that. Be sure to check on the area of people also ask for. Be sure to check on some of the recommendations that they're also giving out. Look at their blogs, look at their websites, look at the topics they're talking about. Note them down. If there's anything that stands out to you right now, and it's going to be overwhelming, but right now I just want you to find that the resources where you can get them. So you should have books, number one. Number two, you should have you should have followed at least 100, 200 people on your social media pages for this influence that we talked about. Number three, you should have found their podcast and whatnot. If they have podcasts and whatnot, subscribe to each and every single one of them. So you probably need to create an email address to do that. Number four, you should have found the YouTube channels and subscribe to them as well. Number five, you should have found their blogs or their website. Subscribe to the newsletters. Number six, you should have been able to search on Google and find other blogs and other websites that are talking about the same area or the same interest area. Subscribe to those ones there, and then note them down. Once you create a spreadsheet, you can write the influencers down. You can write their podcasts. You can write their YouTube channels. You can write down the books that they have done. You can write down their social media handles. These are the resources that you've come up with right now. Just do that right now and just do that. So make sure you don't watch the next episode until you've actually done that one, because that way it is going to help you come up with the necessary information or the necessary resources for knowledge that you would need. And more than that, even by following them, it will just naturally come to you. So you don't actually have to put you don't have to put any effort, but it's always good to record it that way. If you miss out on something or the other, you can be able to go back and check. Okay, so you always want to be constantly filling that resource sheet with new authors, with new people that you're following, with new influencers. That way, you can always remove the ones that don't speak to you. And so it's going to be a process whereby you test it out. And then if you see this guy's talking about the things that you're interested in, or they're not talking about the things that you're interested in, you can remove them, you can add new ones, and then you constantly kind of revise. That way, you can be able to narrow down and actually find the kind of area or the area that you want to specialize in, the people that you've been called to help. And that is how I quickly find resources for gaining knowledge fast. Now, in the next episode, I'm going to teach you guys I'm going to show you guys how you can quickly read 1 or 2 books a week, and we'll to do like maybe 52 or at least 100 books a year. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Bye. See you in the next episode.